Hermes does not run natively on Windows. To use it, we have to build a bridge. We do that by installing WSL2, the Windows subsystem for Linux. This gives your Windows machine a real Ubuntu Linux environment. Before we type any commands, make sure you have your Windows computer, administrator rights, and an API key from an AI model provider ready to go. Setting up this bridge allows you to turn a standard PC into a command line AI center without the friction of partitioning drives or managing a dual boot setup. Step 1 is opening the terminal. Open your Windows Start menu, search for PowerShell, and right-click to run it as administrator. This requires system-level permissions. Looking at this terminal prompt, type WSL-install and press Enter. This downloads Ubuntu as your default Linux distribution. When it finishes, you might see a note requesting a reboot, so restart your computer if needed so Windows can enable these features. Once you're back online, open PowerShell to check our versions. Type WSL-L-V. In this output, under the version column, Ubuntu should show a 2. If you see a 1 there instead, you can manually fix it by running WSL-set version Ubuntu 2. Verifying version 2 right now guarantees your Linux environment has the exact architecture Hermes expects. Now, leave PowerShell behind and launch your newly installed Ubuntu app from the Start menu. Look at the top of this terminal screen. We run sudo apt update and sudo apt upgrade-y to refresh our package lists and install pending upgrades. Ubuntu might ask for the password you created during setup. When you type it, the screen won't show keystrokes. That is normal Linux security behavior. Just type it out and hit Enter. Next, check figured. On this screen, we type get-version. If it returns a version number like you see here, you are ready to go. If it says command not found, install it by running sudo apt install get-y. That establishes your baseline. Hermes has an automated script that will detect and install all other dependencies like Python and Node. Before we execute the installer, verify you are still in your Ubuntu terminal. Do not run this next command in Windows PowerShell. Inside Ubuntu, paste the official install script, as shown at the top of this terminal. It starts with curl and points to the Hermes repository. Press Enter and let it clone the files until you see the green success message at the bottom. The script is finished, but Ubuntu doesn't know the Hermes command exists yet. On this screen, run source-/bashrc to reload your shell. If you skip this and try typing Hermes, you will get a command not found error. Reloading solves that immediately. With that done, the Hermes command is permanently mapped to your Linux subsystem. You can now access it globally from this terminal. Let's start it up. Type Hermes. The startup screen shows the agent is running, but notice the text in the middle. It says, no model provider is configured yet. It doesn't have a brain. To fix that, exit out and run Hermes model. This opens an interactive menu where you can arrow down to a provider like Open Router and press Enter. At the bottom of the prompt, paste your provider API key to authorize the connection. Keep in mind, whichever specific model you choose must have a minimum context window of 64 case tokens. Hermes requires this large working memory because multi-step planning and tool calling consume a high volume of instructions. Smaller models will simply drop data mid-task. Restart the chat with Hermes, then give a simple instruction. We asked it to plan 3 ways to use the agent. When it replies normally, the connection is sound. Don't add advanced integrations like messaging or cron jobs until you get a clean response. For final verification, exit the chat and run Hermes Doctor. Looking at the system health check, you want to see OK across the board for your Git environment and API keys. With those green checks, the setup is complete. You have successfully mapped a Linux AI agent onto a standard Windows PC, ready to execute your next set of goals.